Hi parents, I'm Molly Pope. I'm an infant and early childhood mental health consultant and a school psychologist, and I've been responding to parents' questions and concerns that are coming up in this time of a global pandemic, and how to explain things to your kids like social distancing. So I had a parent ask me, she has a 2.5-year-old, and that child was asking over and over, why can't I play with my friends? Why can't I go to the park? I want to see grandma. And she was looking for some suggestions. So my suggestion is to create a social story. A social story is just a simple story that you make up that communicates some new routine or some concept that your child has a hard time understanding. And using a story is really great because it's such a familiar mode of communication for kids. Stories are really soothing and calming for children as well. They're familiar, and they can come back to them again and again, which is great because young children often ask the same questions again and again. So I'll show you the one that I made here. I read an article on PBS Kids Go written by Deborah Farmer-Chris, and it was called How to Talk to Your Kids About Coronavirus. And I adapted some of her language and just put it in story form. I used one color marker and some old notepad that we had, and just created a simple story that I'm hoping you can capture and replicate and make on your own at home and adjust it in any way that would make sense for your family. So I'll show you here, pardon my camera work. And here we go. You know what it's like to have a cold or flu. Sometimes you have a cough or a fever. Right now, all over the world, people are catching a cold called the coronavirus. Most people who catch the sickness stay home, rest, and get all better. And we have wonderful doctors, nurses who can help them when they need it. You don't need to worry right now. Lots of amazing grown-ups are working hard to keep people healthy. Luckily, we already know a lot about how to keep healthy. We can be germ busters. Germs travel from person to person. If lots of people stay home with their families for a while, it's called social distancing, it will be harder for coronavirus germs to travel to new people. We can also be germ busters by washing our hands, staying home instead of going to school, taking nature walks instead of playing at the playground, and using the computer or phone to see our family and friends. It's okay to be sad, lonely, or disappointed. We can cry. We can get a hug. We can take a deep breath. Mommy and Daddy are here to keep you safe and snuggly. When the germs go away, then we can go to school, the park, and play with friends. Bye! So if I was to finish this up so it could be a book, I'd probably staple down the sides, cover that up with some duct tape so little fingers didn't get caught in the staples, and then I would read it a couple times and let the child have control of this book so that they could read it whenever they needed. I hope this is helpful. Give it a shot at home. You could always try doing a social story around something else that's happening in your home, and I wish you well. Take care.